There was a lot of PIing and holding, I can tell you that, not by us. And there should have been no, I better not say that. I'll get reprimanded. So that did not exist. Jimmy, who else is in here? All right. It's a great, it was an excellent called game by the officials. This is how coaches get in trouble in these environments, because it used to be nobody cared what they said except the group, and it kind of stayed, in-house, but it doesn't do that anymore. But the question is, what was going on? There were a lot of penalties, and I say that they really did. There were not many where there was a penalty and you said there's no way, that's a bad call. They were legitimate penalties. We had face mask penalties. This runner, he would get so low, and our guys, they got to get their hands lower. But we had a couple of inadvertent face mask penalties that killed us. But there was a lot of holding and PIing going on in the back end. And that was probably the bulk of the penalties. And the face masks are the one that hurt us. And we had some undisciplined stuff that I think the environment contributed to it, not having the scars.
You had a penalty call for the wedge being too close together. Can you explain that, please?
Well, we've turned that one in. The rule is you can't have a three-man wedge. And so what you do is you have a two-man wedge and a guy kind of hanging with air in it. That's just the way it is. And we felt like, we did it the same way the rest of the game, and we done the same way 2 games. So we'll see what the conference says about that. But it's an odd. The rule was put in for safety, because these teams were getting these wedges and pushing in with the concussions. So they felt like the more single blocks you have, the less chance you have injury, and that's why it's in. So we got called for an illegal wedge. I can't say that though, Coach. You know that. You know what I'm thinking. You know exactly what I'm thinking. You've been in trouble before too now, so hey, they fine you a lot more nowadays.
You could afford to pay for it when I was for
That's true. You're right about that. We're making a little bit more too, aren't we? Yes, sir.